my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years. Atayi, I gave him 70 years. And what I told myself was that if Atayi was given 30 years and he comes back, my family will be the first family he will attack.
We should not vet in any answer. Chief Justice Vetino. Jai. Hey, Afenyo Markins. Any Mahama Ayariga. Jai. Omudia si ani se kutu se bam. Di asemwa. Was Afenyo NPP. Ana Mahama Ayariga NDC. They say NPP for any minority. Ana NDC majority. Nto omo duru jumpa. Na we na omo kwa kofa Chief Justice edi amo my Ghana. In the discussion cause we was here to tuna no ne busebusa no questions 1 or 2 no year no. Papa no din komo kra no. E no okobo so say atayi e kra case o my nipa 70 years. Na 70 years no the man atayi no. Na onim say atayi be ba bonti 70 years time de na wawuko na busua ho aton. Na so mo te court na omo ka che nkofo say omo nkwadam dase ni dase a omo san dwunu mabusua ho e san de ka ho.
You see, so I mean there are so many reasons. The magistrates, the judge, they are trained. They have this. The sentencing guidelines. They have them, but sometimes they have to go beyond it. In my youthful days, I gave somebody 70 years. Atayi, I gave him 70 years. And what I told myself was that if Atayi was given 30 years and he comes back, my family will be the first family he will attack. So by the time he comes back after 70 years, I will be dead and gone. So you see, then we are thinking about community service. Yes, there are some people who, if you give 3 years, 4 years, touch wood, if I am convicted and sentenced to 4 years in prison at Insawam, I may not eat prison food for even a day. I will have some people bring food to me. So if you want to make me feel the prison punishment, prison sentence, then maybe you should order me to go and do community service. Maybe around the place where I stole, or around the courts, that they'll see me, because punishments are not only for the person, the victim, or the person being punished, but to deter other people. So community sentences should be introduced, but that one is in your bosom. It's a law. That one will have to be taken up by you. Another way of decongesting the prisons is through the parole system.
Somewhere okay there. I don't know. I tell you, ni pay. I did almost say. Only I tell you, na kobo kro no pia ba bontian enko for say was all mine cross say tuanika no.
Yes. After 23 years, you've been acquitted and discharged. How does it feel?
I feel happy. I didn't say. I'm so happy to see your face. Me moto fita. She is a moto of Oromo. I don't prefer be she is a moto of Mechen. Me kase ba kunu wo minimum na na meboa. Me na ye adwuma ma minimum ni fie nyina.
Eno ni kwan.
Ayi.
Atayi.
Okay. Minimum ni fie nyina. Ni minimum se o ye konfo ana oje ko. Me na me ye na adwuma nyina.
Ana nim se friend Atayi.
Sa na friend. Minimum adwuma o taxi driver. Oh. And Debbie, me all one mammy, I am a corporal. No, no, I was all them never cheer me. See, if you show me, say, me no more cock or bocor. Me can be our man, gentle. Am I a cheer me, auntie, me sister, I bet you what you more than 6 months. Near them call a man 8 years. Try a man 8 months, 210, near jail me 30 years. See me when you send me, me near tree. The mammy shop, not more shop, or shop no good. Me now for phone nyina
shop now ye dem
isi moto me anu o me shop wo
na we
ɛwɔ kɔrɔko ɛna na me wɔ ba boy baako ɛna ɔbaa no so na wanya like 1 month na echi no ko fi de bia na me bonya me mpai na obi ehu sɛ asɛm ya de to me so ni ni mu hwee wa ja sɛ ɛna ya de atagi me sɛ me na akɔnfo me yɛ kɔnfo me so me mɔkɔ no na me madwuma na me yɛ wa ja sɛ enti obi bɛ yɛ adwuma ma wa wontimi bisa sɛ adwuma bɛ na ɔyɛ ansa na wɔyɛ na adwuma ma me kan bibia Emma J, Mr. Bafo, no boy idea for mammy. Or idea for a mammy lawyer, you know, see. The business the brass, Namia Payanisa.
And now, cut my bill Kofi na Quedo at the bone, and share that and Nisi at the bone, who feel say. Oh, me Philip said, oh, my affair, how much you moon say, and Pamini Moshi. That's so who sees him to move here. So, in such a recording, but also. There's so much woman say minimum bibia timunyina meda was nti na ya say kono be show lawyer for say bia almost seeking for some compensation be ma wala
oh nya be depend me lawyer and me lawyer me born abaso we dey actually more than 10 years
okay December na work ashre Ghana for
oh me da Ghana for nyina as what I say me so me nipa ti me on masamba system no so me so mahwe mu si what I say me hwe mu si pa baby am won someone me so ade papa me block you da what I say and I am penny for so mo someone penny for officers almost so me you good almost so you what I say yeah oh I see and I do I see omo you know me good three so bia you good omo me pepe men ni paper bonting e ko ye djuma e mom de bia me cover omo se me nye ni papa ni
etimu nyama ka story no yes it next omo te court ho na omo ka chen kofo so omo nkwadam dase na omo dwene omabusua ho paa se enya asem ketwa na yenkwohwe afenyo ene eye Mahama Ayariga case siye a enam so ema NPP form ye minority for no epie ko ye a omo se omo nka vetting dumadie no ho biom no full video ni wetimi do comment section send your papa yi ken say to da bi omo ka kire nkofo so omo nkwadam a aya omo dwene omo ma ho because nipa no kwadam no oba sisi ape ne ba no ene ne target a obeba no so no udwene ho say.
This morning, on behalf of the caucus, we hear with a heavy heart, but an unshakable resolve to defend the Constitution of Ghana, protect judicial independence, and uphold the rule of law. We gather to vet a disputed nominee for office of Chief Justice of Ghana.
Himself, because you sat as a deputy speaker. The speaker himself came and recounted the motion and also gave a ruling. So this issue about the propriety or otherwise of whatever happened has been raised on the floor, debated extensively, and a ruling given. The Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except upon a substantive motion. You cannot raise anything about the conduct of a member of the Superior Court of Judicature of this country in Parliament except by a substantive motion. No substantive motion is before us, and so the ranking member has no right, no lawful authority to raise anything about what happened in court, the processes leading to a removal of anybody, and the nomination of anybody. You have no right, pursuant to our rules, to raise those issues. So be guided, because if you raise them, I'm going to object.
The first time a leader in the minority is having this opportunity to make opening remarks. It predates me. From J.H. Mensah's era, he and J.H. Owusu Achampong, all the way to Alban Bagbin, MP for Naudole Kalio, and minority leader as he then was. The videos are there. Hansard is there. Honorable Bagbin had unfettered opportunity to make his political statement on behalf of the minority, and they were not stopped on point of order. It got to Chairman Sabonsu, it got to Harun Edrusu, and recently, my own respected colleague, Dr. Kasiel Atufosen. The records are there. Let's not create a certain impression as if all it is you are majority, so we cannot even say a word. We must have our rights. These are far right. We will state them, and you would also have the opportunity to state them for the record. Please,
now,
let us have...
Refer to the nominee as Chief Justice. The minority objected to the reference to the nominee as Chief Justice and said that he is not a Chief Justice, he is a nominee to the post of Chief Justice, and so you must refer to him appropriately. Or acting Chief Justice, because he's also an acting Chief Justice. And an acting Chief Justice is a Chief Justice. Now, he has referred to the nominee as a disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. Disputed nominee. You are in court what? Are you in court litigating his nomination? No. Are you in court disputing his nomination? You are not in court challenging his nomination. So to the extent that you are not in court challenging his nomination, there is no dispute about his nomination. If there is a dispute about some other action. So you have no right to look him in the face here before this committee and refer to him as a disputed nominee and expect me to sit here and not respond. So, Mr. Chairman, pursuant to our own rules, he has to withdraw and apologize to him for referring to him as a disputed nominee when he is not a disputed.
Two opportunities to make a point. Let me respond to
Honorable members, Honorable Minority Leader, listen to what I will have to say.
Okay.
Please proceed and raise your issue. Avoid the use of disputed Chief Justice. Once I do not have a right to refer to him as a Chief Justice, but Chief Justice nominee, let us all observe that rule and refer.
Let me be unequivocally clear. The minority in Parliament objects to and unequivocally condemns the coordinated campaign to subjudicate Ghana's judiciary to political domination. Chairman, the facts speak for themselves.
I object again. I object again.
On the 22nd
I object again.
April,
I object again, Chairman.
On 22nd of April,
I object again.
2025.
Chairman, I object again. I object.
On April 22nd, 2025, Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was suspended as a result of a prima facie determination by the Council of State as contained in the public announcement made by the executive. We, the minority, hold the view that the subsequent committee that was set up under the chairmanship of His Lordship, Gabriel Scott Puama, to trial the Chief Justice amounted to a travesty of justice.
Chairman.
The removal
our rules are clear. The conduct of the Speaker, the Chief Justice, members and justices of the Superior Court of Judicature shall not be raised in Parliament except on a substantive motion. He has just raised the question of the conduct of a Supreme Court judge who chaired the committee. And he describes it and the conduct and what the justice did as a travesty of justice. He has raised the conduct of that judge. He has. And the rules are clear. And I can assure you that I will not allow you to breach any inch of the rules today. No inch of the rules will I allow you to breach.
Unless the majority leader intends to frustrate everything that the minority has to say by way of its opinion. When did Parliament reduce to this? When you have the right to say your own, you are the leader of the House. you have unfettered right to rebut. That is the debate we even have on the floor. When there's a debate, you take note. Where you think you disagree, when it gets your turn, you should also say that the committee's work did not amount to travesty of justice. Simplicity. But this issue of one line, point of order, next line, you are marking, don't say this, don't say that. Where are we heading to? The judiciary criticizes the government and members of the public where they disagree in their ruling. We,
Honorable
Minority
Leader, kindly conclude for me.
The work of even
Please
the
conclude for
judiciary.
me. Conclude
So
for me.
I beg you, Leader.
Conclude.
We all agreed, Chairman. You
Conclude.
know.
The majority leader.
Travesty of justice is now.
I have listened to the
an issue we don't.
minority.
What is this overprotection?
Minority leader. Honourable members, we should be guided by the principles that if there is an issue on the floor of Parliament which has got to do with another who may not have the opportunity to respond to it, such a thing should not be made on the floor. Now, though Justice Gabriel Poma is here in person, at no point will he have the opportunity of responding to any issue raised about him. None of the committee members will have the opportunity here and then to make comment. Therefore, for you jumping into a conclusion to say that their report amount to a travesty of justice without any of them having the opportunity to respond offends our rules. I will consequently order that anything in relating to the committee and Justice Poma should be expunged from our record. That is my...
We hold a view that the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokonu was cloaked in some opaque circumstances unacceptable to the jurisprudence of our country.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Minority Leader, clear that we should refrain from the use of offensive language. We are here for the purposes of vetting. A situation where the process will be used to describe the work of a committee to be opaque, meaning it was done in darkness, is offensive. Therefore, I would order that same be expunged from the record as if it doesn't exist. Honorable Minority Leader, proceed.
Chairman, with respect. Chairman, with respect, he raised the objection. You didn't give me the opportunity to respond. And you're saying that you have ruled. I mean, what is the fairness in this? He just raised the objection. He didn't refer to any rule this time. This time, he didn't refer to any rule. And then he says that we should go and do press conference.
Honorable Minority Leader, kindly proceed.
It is our contention that the process leading to the removal of Her Ladyship Justice Araba Isaba Tokonu was unfair, it lacked due process, it did not adhere to any constitutional procedure.
Chairman,
we continue.
I hope, Chairman,
to say,
I hope, Chairman, that persistently violating the rules of this House is a breach of privilege. You know that. Persistently violating the rules of this House.
Chairman, Honorable
Minority Leader.
He's made a point. Let me make a point with respect to you.
Honorable Minority Leader, if you can hear me out,
yes,
maybe the point that you want to make, you may realize that it is not. Go ahead.
Chairman, 7 separate proceedings across 3 jurisdictions our own Supreme Court, the High Court, and the ECOWAS Court of Justice now challenge the constitutional validity of that removal. Not one has been heard on its merits.
Mr. Chairman.
Yet, while these cases remain pending, while the very question of whether a vacancy exists remains subject, there is a nomination to replace.
I object.
I can have the floor. Honorable Minority Leader, hold it. Majority Leader, you said you object. What are you objecting to?
Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Our rules have.
The minority on this committee is ready to assist you through this process. It is clear to us, however, that consistently there is a grand design to obstruct us, deny us of our right to express opinion on a matter of national discourse. We are clear on our minds what the majority is up to. And Chairman, although we know, and it's a fact, that all of you are of the same stock, we, however, think that we should be heard. All these objections that they are raising here and there has one aim, that the minority must not be heard for posterity. They know that if these views get into Hansard, it will come back and haunt them someday. That is all that they are. I didn't say anything that offends Order 103F. It is very clear what he is up to. Let us be very fair. Let us allow democracy to be at play. They are in the majority, no doubt. They are in majority, no doubt. But they should allow us. I'm responding to, you see, Chairman, what the majority leader is doing is not fair. He raises his issues, you don't have to respond. When you are responding, he now determines how you should respond to him. The chief whip has spoken. You have spoken. When you are talking, you don't calculate the hours. Because
honorable members, order.
When you are talking,
order.
When you are talking, you don't talk about the
on
time.
this note, we'll break for cocoa. So it's time for cocoa break.
The majority can proceed with the questions. We do not intend to proceed with any question. We are, however, registering in the strongest terms that we reject the nomination, and the records should reflect that the report of this committee be a majority report. We don't need to vet a nominee before we vote against the nominee. We have preliminary issues well grounded in law. You may disagree with us. And we say that on the basis of that, we cannot be part of a process that would give rights to another and deny another of her bona fide as enshrined in the Constitution. Chairman, that said, we would yield to you to proceed whilst we exit this committee room with our views well documented for the records, and on the floor we shall proceed with the debate, further stating our position and take a vote against the nominee as required by the rules of the plenary. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Minority Leader. But how do you reject a nominee who is yet to be vetted?
Should I respond?
The report is not ready to be voted for. We are not at a stage of approval. So your conclusion is very preemptive.
No, Chairman, let me
respond.
Chairman will respect. Chairman would.
This is not what I want you to respond to.
No, Chairman,
so
but
I don't want your response
Chairman,
on this.
To the extent that you've raised it, I just need to.
Honorable Minority Leader, you have your day.
Chairman,
you have your day. The two microphones should be off.
Chairman,
the two microphones should be off. With all due respect,
we have registered our position.
Honorable Minority Leader,
that we have rejected. We don't need to vet
agreed on your position.
We reject it, and we
agreed on your position. Yes. Yeah. When it is time for voting, then you can vote against the nominee. Yes. So we thank you very much, and we wish you a very good luck. Honourable members.
Why you wish us a good luck? One-sided.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay.
How to use the laser home kit. First, apply the gel directly to the tooth surface as demonstrated on the video. Second, connect the light to your phone using the USB provided. Leave the light shining on your teeth for 16 minutes. Fourth, rinse your mouth and the mouthpiece with water, cold water. And lastly, smile. Using the toothpaste separately. Brush twice daily with the toothpaste. Bear in mind, this product is not suitable for pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and children under 18 years old. Enjoy!
I am Busiafo. So we pair a sifita structure of the and the enough for Hokodom unique laser whiten. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains to be a unique laser whitening product. Ever free summer, come. The Oyan is so befraying. I was 079-9979-2330. Unique laser whitening. Or say Muni Seso.
I was so no bumble here. Nami Papa Mudi, Pro Technologies, and I come from our Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Esa install CCTV cameras in the Sour Ghana and NASA brochure now for Ghana. Now pursue CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and then so yes CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell. Opadia, man, none wants to that form. Near general construction. So pursue the mount, say ya bansro. Then tia, so washasia, now pursue the bow, and after na pesi sidima wono. Wuni en eminsa oswo. Niye de wubuni se. Ye no yina ne webo chimemu ha. Eni branch ewa Ghana. Na eni mobra wobre. Inte so sika fire nsemu ha. Srobiya enim. Udad. Da. Edemi wa pesi osi. Play beer. And which is so here solar power. And a bamba wants and send be idea. Only Pro Technologies. Eminsa oswo. Ye smart home. Above from video be a person show fee. And na intercom. Ibi hujuma. Any essential interior decoration. Yes you feel na mau. And na wa si fee. Na pesi si hodoma wo. Say a office. Ye betcha ho neat. Near car tracker. And a GPS. How beti media track your car. You be a car and mbia. Ubeti mahre ewo phone so. And register what on video be. Now who can first install it. And now the settings. Ye beye edi. Your Ghana office ewo Ashie Adenta Dodoa Road Yane CBG ene DNMhwe. For information or WhatsApp +1 401 75 70 300 and +1 401 69 92 254. Pro Technologies. Customer satisfaction is our topmost priority.
It's centered on your grace.